And we are back live at the Murray Center, David. Here we have conference play between the Anchorwomen and the number one seeded in the conference, Eastern Connecticut. What are you looking to see here early on?
What I'm looking here to see is the Anchorwomen come out and play great aggressive defense. That's when they play their best. That's what they did. The last home game was very successful against that, and also just score. The defense, I think, is not too much of a priority, but let's see what they do on the offensive end.
I'm going the other way. I mean, there you have to be one seeded for a reason. We've yet to see Eastern Connecticut, but I mean, I think their offense has to be something. Or are they either going to have really good offense or really good defense, or both? So it's curious to see early on what is their emphasis and their focal point early on going on. Seeing if they can get out to an early lead on the road here, or seeing how the Anchorwomen can combat that.
I think the key factor tonight is going to be McBurrow down in that paint. She's the best defender that Rhode Island College has, and it's going to be interesting to see how she plays.
Yeah, you talk about McBurrows, and it's easy to always point her out because she's always in the front of something. But also, you can't take away the leadership from people like Gallagher, people like Jordan Galvin, who just know what they're doing on the team. Brooke Young, who can come in and heat up quick, as we've seen before. And it's just good to see what they do early on.
It will be very interesting to see.
So yeah, it's curious to see as we get the starting lineups out here for the Anchorwomen.
It will. If Rhode Island College wins here, then that means they are 19-4. While Eastern Connecticut is 18 and would be 18-4, so they would be tied. Or I'm sorry, the Anchorwomen would be taking the lead.
As we getting ready here for tip-off.
Now they're off of a victorious win on the road against UMass Dartmouth, which I think is very impressive because they've been struggling on the road recently. So let's see if they're able to maintain some momentum and get a big home game win.
Yeah, that's going to be a big key here for the Anchorwomen, seeing how they could come back. They want to say that they're here for a state title, but let's just see how they prove it when they're up against a team who's number one seeded for a reason. Let's see how they face off against the best right here.
When they were home last time, they were shooting higher than their season average from the arc. Against UMass Dartmouth, they were only shooting 23.5%, was actually below the average. So that will be another factor to watch as well.
As McBurrow wins the tip, Jordan Gavin here, setting up the first play of the game here in the Murray Center. Gives it to Brooke Young, who gives it to McBurrows, who gives it to Sophia Guerrero. Floater is off the ground.
They're coming out playing fast offense right here. I just realized McBurrow running that pick and roll with Guerrero.
Do you think that is by design, or do you think it just so happened that they thought they could take it as McBurrow gets the rebound here?
Well, it looked like it was a play right there that was it's supposed to be running right there. In fact, to see they're utilizing the play again, having McBurrow go to the top.
Yeah, I feel like that was by design. I mean, we've seen Guerrero get off the hot starts on, and if we see her get off to more of the same early on, then the Anchorwomen have a good thing going. And she takes the first three and makes it. Guerrero gets the party started.
I think ECSU is going to have a hard time covering the Anchorwomen.
As they show there on the first play, as we got Daniel O'Brien with the ball. Swings it over to the big man. Misses the mid-range jumper as Galvin pushing back the other way. Galvin looking for someone to give it to. Guerrero steps back, takes the mid-range jumper. Offline, McBurrow nearly rebounded. As here we go. Eastern Connecticut bringing the other way. Feeds it inside. Another wide open mid-range jumper. That's back-to-back, and they convert on this one.
The Anchorwomen clearly do not trust Eastern Connecticut shooting the ball from mid-range, as that is the second wide open opportunity for that team.
It looks like they're zoning up and by design allowing the team to shoot the mid-range, not being feared by that. As Brooke Young takes a floater in traffic, misses it. Rebound by Eastern Connecticut. As Julie Keckler bringing it up. Mid-range flying again. Lizzie trying to make a play on Guerrero. Pass it to Julie. Could have got away, felt like she got away with a push off there. Anna rebounds it back, gives it to Lizzie, misses it.
I think this team is going to be very, very interesting to watch if they win here tonight. This Rhode Island College team is definitely capable of winning a championship.
We've seen stretches where they look unbeatable and stretches when they look not so much. As Gavin misses the layup right there.
I personally think they struggle during the regular season, but when it comes to playoff time and this push right here, they're always so opportunistic of taking advantage of it.
As Anna Berry draws the foul here.
Foul on the ring number 32, Wilson McBurrow, her first. Anna Berry, the line.
We get 2 free throws here going for Anna Berry. Anna Berry, the sophomore forward out of Andover. Where that is, I'm not sure. She makes the first one and misses the second. The barrel gets a rebound. Gavin pushing, winning it up on the other side. Doesn't like to play. Tells Brooks to go to the corner. Brooks shot fakes, picked by McGrose. Swings it in the foul. She foul on the floor.
Larry has been someone this season. She hasn't been so impactful when it comes to like talking about her or the main headline of this team, but when she is in the game though, she's definitely going to be talked about at some point. She's always making a contribution.
Yeah, she shows up in glimpses, and we saw right there, drawing a foul early on, unable to get the fall. Eastern Connecticut bringing it back, gives it to Lizzie, top of the wing. Gives it to Julie, inside. And if that's on McBurrows, that looks like that's 2 fouls early on here. And there will be. So early foul trouble coming up here.
McBurrows going to have to watch that 2 already throughout the first.
Second team foul.
The coach doesn't want to take any chances, immediately pulling her out of the game here. That'll be Durantis coming in for her. The freshman guard out of Bristol, Connecticut.
Seeing how they play McBurrow throughout the rest of this game for minutes will be very interesting to watch.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you have to see how much coaching plays a factor and see how she can manage foul trouble. As Mia Villard misses with both free throws there. Brooke Young bringing it up. Gives it to Gavin in the corner. Didn't like Larry down low. Passes it to Durant. Readjusting is Larry. Feeding Gavin in the corner. Shot fake. Takes a mid-range. Makes it. Jordan Gavin.
Now,
again, just like we were saying, you know, McBurrows on most times than not is going to have the hot hands, always going to go. But Gavin's showing that when she's needed for a bucket, she can deliver on those.
She definitely can. And now she's going to be the leader of this offense like she does. She is a great role model player, a great floor general. And with size being gone because McBurrow is out, she's definitely going to have to take some shots for the team.
As Mia connects on a tough shot over Larry. But yeah, we're just curious to see how the offense adjusts a bit with that ult. Gives it to Brooke Young, shoots a 3. Misses a 3, rebound by Larry. That's out wanting it more. Gives it to Gavin on the wing.
That was just a great aggressive play right there to get that board.
Again, Larry's just out rebounding, showing the physicality of the court. She's really trying to win it as a double screen here for Jordan Gavin. Gets a bit pushed off, crosses her in, and it goes in. Back-to-back points by Jordan Gavin right there. Quick 4-star for her.
What I realized with Gavin is that she likes to do a little move, then head to the bucket. They're going to have to try to stop that if they want to be successful at Eastern Connecticut State University.
And if they stop it, she's showing that she's a willing passer and always can find the right play. As look at her, getting her hands in, being everywhere. As Durantis, mid-range jumper, it goes this time for Anna Berry.
They need to watch that mid-range Anchorwomen. That's another shot that was there for the Eastern Connecticut State University for them to take a wide-open mid-range.
Miscommunication there, and Guerrero lets it slip by. But yeah, it's interesting to say Eastern Connecticut has shown early on that they're not afraid to take those shots, and they have the confidence enough to believe in themselves to make them. And at least early on here, they're able to capitalize more times than not.
Without a doubt. The Anchorwomen, in a way, remind me of the Celtics. They sure have a star player, but they need everyone on that team to contribute on the offensive and defensive end.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen people like Durantis Booth from the bench who could come in, rebound, hit jumpers, and we could see from all around as anyone could come in and they can set plays.
Congratulations, Brandon. You beat the River and you won a Wendy's gift card. Thank you for playing.
As we just saw, the easiest race one could ever participate in.
I feel like that burger would be cut from the basketball team.
Turn up the heat with your favorite nuggets or try the bacon jalapeno chicken sandwich, original spicy chicken sandwich, or spicy jalapeno bacon fries. Spicy nuggets are here for a limited time and at participating restaurants. Wendy's, we got you.
We're set here to get back to action here. Tied early on, 7-7, 4:56 remaining in the quarter. It's a low-scoring game. There's a lot of defense has been prevailing out here early on.
Now, this is a rare form right here we see the Anchorwomen, because now they actually have to figure out some adjustments on the spot. Because with McBurrow being in foul trouble already so early, they're going to, have to figure out, okay, so McBurrow's not in. How are we going to adjust, get size? How are we going to get boards? Who's going to be leading this offense?
As Mia gives it into Annam, unable to connect. Brooke Young connecting on the other side, gets the rebound, pushing in transition. Doesn't like what you see, pulls it out. Gavin, top of the key, directing traffic. Takes it upon herself, nearly makes it in. Rebound by Guerrero.
What a great jump board. She got up, she grabbed that.
The unofficial jump ball in college basketball awards it to Eastern Connecticut. Next time will be Anchorwomen's ball. Right there, we just seen our effort play. Larry shows it a lot, Guerrero shows a lot. There's a lot of people here who really can do it all, and they just outwill people to play.
Well, people are going to be deeming this, or have been deeming this, the game of the season because of their positions here in the rankings in the Little Big East Conference.
As she travels and turns it over there. Grant to sets in, Bonnet to Gavin.
I just think the Anchorwomen of the season have been a great story coming off of last season, with McBurrow winning the Rookie of the Year, potentially MVP candidate, being an MVP candidate, and just having a great season. And just the way that this team has been able to get some chemistry.
Absolutely, this has been a story to watch this year. As Durant gets blocked, will remain Anchorwomen ball here. Brooke Young set to inbound the ball. But yeah, we've seen a great, valuable performance here this season. The pass is offline. Guerrero nearly could have given Anchorwomen a chance to make up for it.
Guerrero definitely deserves most underrated.
The three's offline. Guerrero gets another rebound. Effort plays. Jordan Gavin, wide open three, takes it and makes it.
Wow, the Guerrero's been taking some notes from watching McBurrow out on the court.
7 early points here for Jordan Gavin here in the first quarter. Guerrero playing up tight, playing up close on Lizzie. Gives it on the wing to Julie. Double team by the Anchorwoman. Forces the turnover, in fact. To be Anchorwoman ball 10-7 here with 3:14 left in the quarter.
I think Eastern Connecticut State University, they've been focusing more in on that offense. Let's see how their defense without the rest of this game improves or changes.
As Larry there to clean up the mess. But yeah, just like you were saying, I agree 100% with your point. And curious to see how that transpires over the course of 4 quarters. As Julie set to bring it up, gives it to Lizzie. Looking for Mia in the post. Anna finds Mia in the post and makes it. Cutting the lead down to 3. 12-9 Anchorwomen with 2:40 left to play.
Eastern Connecticut needs to take advantage of that matchup with McBurrow not being present.
It's just like you said, if there's any time to attack the post and get in the paint, it's going to be right now when the team's best center, when the team's best defender is not on the court. Sophia takes the mid-range and connects on it.
She has the hot hand tonight.
Her and Gavin here getting started early on. 5 points for Sophia and 7 for Gavin. So we got play here going on. Anna looking to see who to give the ball to. Backdoor cutting is Lizzie. Met by Guerrero. Thought that's over the. Thought that's out of bounds.
That would be out of bounds. Coach is not happy with that call, and I totally agree.
Rightfully agree. The ball went over the backboard. Should have been out of bounds.
Coach has to tune in to Anchor TV to see this.
Mia takes advantage of the lucky call here. Is set to get an and one off of it. Much to the disappointment of the fans of Murray Center, they're unhappy with that call there.
I do not blame them.
Mia connects on the free throw.
They are rightfully so. That ball clearly went on the top of the backboard. It even hit the time clock up there, the shot clock. So I do not get why that they did not call that. Bad call by the refs.
As the freshman Maria Dunn set to check in here for Mia Villard. Guerrero brings the ball up here.
I just really hope this game does not come down to the 2 points or less.
As Guerrero thought she drew the foul here. Bring it up, pushing in numbers. Here we go. Eastern Connecticut. Looking for Ann in the paint. Trying to make a play at Larry. And is able to do so as they tie the game up again at 14 apiece here with 1:25 left in the quarter.
Something that's been benefiting Eastern Connecticut here tonight has been the foul calls going their way.
Absolutely here. As Anna is able to push in transition and connects on the layup. Tough defense right there. Got in the passing lanes and was able to make play on a very sloppy pass there by the Anchorwomen. Gavin bringing the ball up down to 14-16 with a minute left in the first quarter of play here. Guerrero on the wing. Screened by Larry.
They are definitely feeling the pressure now.
As the basket will not count, as that appears to be a foul on the floor there.
What a shame. And that was a great move there.
As Corsonetti and Booth set to check in here for the Anchorwomen.
I am shocked they didn't put Booth in sooner. Booth is a great player when she's on the court. She can grab boards as well. When her and McBurrow out there, forget about it. It's game over.
Absolutely. Corsonetti, again, another hustle player. Always gives maximum effort on plays, and it always shows for Anchorwomen. She gets the inbound. Corsonetti looking for Booth in the post. Corsonetti shot fakes, gives it back to Booth. Knows she's a shooter and connects it right away. The Anchorwomen take the lead back up 17-16.
The last home game in which I called, I brought up the point about McBooth not being the best shooter in the world, but when she has those shots and she's wide open, she should take advantage of them, and that was a great shot right there.
That's Anna giving it to Sabrina. Back to Anna. It's a wide open layup there on a bad angle on the reach there.
Eastern Connecticut finally figured out, take advantage. Down low.
Got a 17-18 score here for the Anchorwomen. Left with 10 seconds to play. Gavin holding it for one last play. Gives it to Brooke Young. Crosses over, finds Corsonetti on the wing. Shoots a three, misses a three. Durant is unable to connect, and that'll be the first quarter of play here. The Anchorwomen trail 18-17 after one period of play.
The only reason ECSU, the Warriors, I should say, my bad. The only reason they were up is because of that ridiculous call right there. That should have been out of bounds, and how the rest did not catch that, who knows? But it's absolutely ridiculous.
I mean, if you're the Anchorwomen, you can't be happy with how you've been playing defense, but you gotta be content with the way that you just said that one call that won't happen throughout the course of the game many times is the reason they're down by 1 point in a game where their best player hasn't played much due to foul trouble. So the Anchorwomen gotta be happy and content with where they're at right now. We're ready to see what happens in the second quarter of play. See if we see more difference or more of the same.
If I was Rhode Island College right now, I put McBurrow back in. If I put McBurrow back in, then it will be a much easier, calmer state of play for those Anchorwomen.
Maybe coach is not believing in. Maybe doesn't feel like she could play without committing a third foul. Doesn't want to risk it in a game so close anyways. Maybe wanted to see. Oh, she went with your point as we see Booth coming in. As we see McBurrow's coming back on the court.
As you see Booth and McBurrow in at the same time, that's a very, very deadly combo when on the court. So they should be getting a majority of the boards.
As Brooke Young inbounds it to Corsinetti. Looking for a play, directing traffic here. Corsinetti to Young, screened by Booth. She gets a tough contested mid-range and connects Brooke Young.
That is a great play set up. You have Booth at the top setting the screens for the pick and roll. She doesn't roll, but that's just a great play, and then you keep McBurrow down in the paint. That's very smart. I have 2 shooters in the corner. Awesome play.
Absolutely, as Julie in the corner gives it over to Sabrina. There's a foul on Corsinetti there. And very physical game early on here between Eastern Connecticut and Rhode Island College.
It has been a very physical game. But like I said earlier, it's going to come down to each and every foul call.
As Julie Keller gets a wide open jumper, is unable to connect. Booth there is fouled. Foul on Sabrina there. Bringing the ball up is Jordan Gavin for the Anchorwomen.
If I'm the Anchorwoman, I try to get Gavin some open buckets here.
She's been the high end so far. They're going to call McBurrow for her 3rd foul. Got called for a push-off. And again, just like I told you, a risk that might have not been the smartest play there, as McBurrow immediately commits her 3rd foul, and it's right back to sitting on the bench.
It definitely is a risk. You just need to try to be careful. And just to point out, McBurrow is already out of the game. She has been replaced by Larry. My bad.
Me on the side, looking at Sabrina, defended by Corsinetti. Good defense. Rebound by Larry, the newly checked in. Pushing the pace is Jordan Gavin. Looking for numbers. Gives it to Young on the wing. Didn't like the shot. Set it back. Rebound by Larry. Rolling Larry. Gets fouled. And won by Larry.
What a great physical play right there to convert the and one. Went up right with the ball. She knew exactly what she was doing.
Stepping up in place of the foul trouble-ridden McBurrows. And that's just how we were talking about. You made the analogy to the Celtics, and anyone on this team can contribute in meaningful ways when they are called upon and when they get a chance. And right there, that wasn't a play call for her. It was just a simple pick and roll, and she made a play happen out of nothing.
Definitely true.
Converts on the free throw there, as Durant is set to check in for Isabella Booth.
Booth is out of the game now. This is going to be a very interesting lineup here on the court. They don't really have that, as you would say, big person on the floor. They do have Larry out there, but we'll see what happens.
As Anna goes at Larry, unable to connect. Larry rebounded, gives it out to Corsinetti, pushing the pace, slows it down a bit. She doesn't like the numbers. Ready to draw a smarter play. Gavin out here looks at Larry, finding Brooke Young on the other side. Brooke to Durantes. Back to Brooke Young, shoots a 3, top of the key, unable to connect on that. Mia rebounds for Eastern Connecticut.
This sort of small ball lineup they have out, it's sort of beneficial when it comes to offense, but here's the thing, it's gonna be very tough to grab boards. I believe the Anchorwomen are capable of, being able to fight for the boards, being very aggressive, but just like right here, they're gonna try to take advantage of that inside.
As Mia's unable to connect, they're well defended by Larry. Corsinetti gives it to... Great heads-up play there by Lizzie Cretella.
Great hustle.
You guys gonna have to do a little hopscotch over there to get the ball. Inbounding the ball is Corsinetti for the Anchorwomen. Sophie Guerrero check back in.
That's a big move for the Anchorwoman. She's been great on the offensive end tonight. She definitely knows how to get it done.
Corsinetti, top of the key. Gives it to Gavin. Play call here. Corsinetti looking for Durantes, shoots a jumper and makes it. Durantes with the contested three-pointer hits it, and the Anchorwomen lead by 7 here with 7 minutes to go, 25-18.
With this lineup, they're definitely going to have to take some chances with not having their big people like Booth or McBurrow in the game.
That's a great defensive play there by Jordan Gavin. Rejects it. Remains Eastern Connecticut ball. It's a great heads-up defensive play. Mia set to inbound the ball for Eastern Connecticut.
Gavin, in a way, reminds me of Marcus Smart, another Celtics analogy. She can score the offensive end, but
gets
she's
her
a great
hands in the
defensive
lanes
player.
and right there steals the ball. Gavin pushing it up, kick ball, but it will remain Anchorwomen's ball anyways. Got 7 minutes to play and a timeout called here by the Eastern Connecticut team.
Timeout, Eastern Connecticut State, a 30-second timeout.
Call a 30-second timeout here.
For the rest of this quarter, I just want to see what's going to happen. I am very fascinated with the lineups that the Anchorwomen are going to put in. This game, besides the fouls, is also going to come down to their lineup decisions throughout the rest of this game.
Curious to see how that plays out over the course of the game as well.
All right, fans, here comes Brittany with the cannon.
As we're shooting t-shirts here.
Hey, when it comes to these big games, you have to have these promotions. We already saw the Wendy's.
And it went absolutely nowhere. See if we could do better on the second attempt.
That one hit in one of the banners up there. Please be careful. Mr. Gibbs will not be happy.
They shoot another one over there.
Oh, some lucky fan grabbed one.
Chaos erupting. The other side feeling a little bit left out right now. Can't be too happy if I chose to sit over there.
I wish I was a spectator at the moment.
And ironically, the person sitting is the person who won it. You guys set to continue play here. 6:57 left in the second half, in the first, at the end of the first half.
As you have Larry, Galvin, and Guerrero in at the same time, you have probably 3 of your best offensive players. It's going to be fascinating to see what they do. They need to take advantage of that. There's going to be 3.
As Durantes takes the matchup, doesn't like what she sees, pulls it back out to Gavin, swings it over to Guerrero, top of the key.
There are definitely going to be some 3s that we're about to see attempted here.
As Guerrero mistimed the jump, could have had a rebound there. Pushing the other way are Eastern Connecticut. Julie Keckler with the ball. Gives it over to Lizzie. Gives it to Mia. Could have been a pass. I'm not sure what happened there. As Corsenet brings it up the other way. Swings it to Gavin.
You got to admire Guerrero's play here. Now, even though she is one of the smaller players on the team, you got to respect her aggressiveness and her ability to go to the bucket.
The shot won't count there as Larry's called for the offensive foul. We have Julie Keckler bringing the ball up for Eastern Connecticut. Hands up play there.
Great defense again. That's what we've been seeing a lot tonight.
Jordan Gavin knowing where to be at the right time and able to make a play on the game.
No, Galvin has definitely been the contributing factor here on defense when McBurrow is not present.
As a 3 shot by Julie Keckler goes in. Larry inbounds it to Gavin. Pushing the other way is Gavin. Being defended by Julie Keckler, excuse me. Rebound by Larry, puts it up, unable to connect, gets a rebound a second time. Corsenetti opting to slow it down.
What a great offensive play by Larry right there. Great board, fighting for that.
Corsenetti being defended well in the corner. Durantes Euro steps her way through, unable to connect there on a tough shot.
What a great take, though. That was very nice.
Nifty move there, unable to finish there, however, as Julie Keckler bringing the ball up again. Gives it to Lizzie. Durant is overcommitted there, unable to get it, and Anna Berry cheats by. Larry pushing the ball up, gets it back. Fight here on the floor. They're going to call an early jump ball on that one. It will be Anchorwomen ball.
What great aggression, though, right there by Larry. Larry has been impressing me tonight with her role as playing as one of the big men for the Anchorwomen.
No ball possession to Eastern Connecticut.
As Anna gets an easy play off the inbound, unable to connect. Larry gets the rebound, gives it to Gavin, swinging the other way, running in transition. Finds Brooke Young in the corner, wide open on the wing, unable to connect. Larry nearly rebounded again, but she was boxed out.
Larry
Anna brings it in, being defended by Brooke Young, unable to connect. Rebound by Gavin, pushing the other way.
Larry's been impressing me tonight. So far, I am very impressed, and I think her play as well is going to be a reason, if they win, why they win.
They're showing the energy plays on the work. So it's tough take there by Sofia Guerrero, unable to get the foul call, but converts on a tough acrobatic shot there.
Right there, we see it again. Guerrero taking those opportunities and going for those tough baskets in the paint.
Absolutely. You see normal shots as a bad pass there. As Gavin unable to connect. It will be a turnover, however. Booth set to check in for Larry. Well-deserved rest there.
Definitely well-deserved. Larry has been very impressive.
She left it marked that game there. Durant is set to inbound the ball for the Anchorwomen. 4:14 remaining here in the quarter. Gavin top of the key, gives it to Booth. Set up at the free throw line, posting up, gives it to Durantis for three. Doesn't take it. Guerrero takes it, however, unable to connect it. Brooke Young nearly came in crashing for the rebound, unable to connect on it. Julie Keckler bringing the ball the other way. Gives it over to the wing, top of the key. Swings it the other way. Gives it to Lizzie. She traveled, however, before getting fouled. Will be another turnover here for Eastern Connecticut.
Great call right there by the refs.
Absolutely. And Sabrina is set to check back in for the Eastern Connecticut team here. Danielle O'Brien here is set to guard Brooke Young on the corner. Battle of the threes going on here.
It's funny to see Booth. She's a really great player from what I've seen and from what I've read. But last game, do you know how many boards she had?
I'm unaware. Sophia Guerrero gets called for an offensive foul there. The Anchorwomen lead by 7 with 3:31 remaining left.
Last game, Booth had 0 boards. Larry, 15. Larry has definitely stepped up for this Anchorwomen team when they need those boards.
Absolutely, especially now more than ever, playing against the top-seeded team with your best player not playing due to foul trouble.
If you're looking at the score right now and from what you've seen so far, you got to be very impressed by the Anchorwomen's play.
It's Booth right there. Neely had her first rebound, gets called for a push-off.
Number 31 is going to vote their first team's limit.
Packed crowd here today. Fans showing out here supporting the Anchorwomen in conference play against the best team right now.
Coach asking what the call was. I am also uncertain of what the call was.
Called an over-the-back foul. Unable to connect on the first free throw is Maria Dunn. Second one coming up here right now. Able to split the free throws, makes the second one.
Smart move by the Anchorwomen by not putting McBurrow back in the game, but also it's very risky with not having Larry out there to take over that role.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a risk you can't be willing to take with 3 fouls already in the first half as Brooke gets blocked on a shot attempt. We're going to get a second chance here. Inbound Guerrero on the wing. As Gavin here with 5 seconds going to have to scramble and make a play out of nothing here. She does so, doesn't get the foul. Guerrero gets fouled, puts the ball up and gets fouled.
That was smart right there. Guerrero realized that there was a defender on each side of her, was not able to get that ball out. Them having their arms up, she took advantage, jumped up with that ball, going for that, looking for that foul.
Knew somebody was going to have to commit the foul on her. Great heads-up play by there, but even more so, again, the smallest person on the court, probably the smallest person on the court right now, getting the rebound. She's only able to connect on the first free throw. Going up amongst the trees and able to walk away with it. Able to make the second free throw as we got Larry coming back in here.
Here we go. Very smart by coach putting Larry back in the game. They need those boards from her.
Stepping in there for Booth. Eastern Connecticut here trailed by 7 with 2:37 left to play in the first half. Julie looking for a play. Gets all the way to the basket. Forces an erratic shot. And it's able to go in.
Bounce it out. Bounce right back in.
Lucky play right there as Gavin coming the other way here. Seeing if they could keep growing upon the lead. Guerrero finds Larry.
Looks like there was some confusion there a bit at first between Larry.
Guerrero didn't like to take. Instead gets blocked by Anna coming the other way.
You got to give it credit though, going for that tough take like she's been doing all night.
Great heads-up defense. As Gavin gets on the floor, gives it over to Brooke Young, who finds Guerrero, who takes the layup and makes it.
What a great play right there,
Great
able to
play.
get that layup out of that position and she was in. I
Great
was
to
not
get the ball up.
expecting that. I was expecting Gavin to hold on to that ball.
Coming from again, Gavin putting her body up on the line, getting the Guerrero's called for a foul, but again, Gavin there putting her body on the line, getting to the loose ball first and making a play out of nothing. 1:35 left to play. Anchorwomen up by 7. Early on, it's been the Guerrero, Larry, and Gavin show.
It definitely has. And I give them a lot of credit for able to take over this game and maintain a lead against the #1 seed without your top player, McBurrow, being out on the court.
Absolutely. So unable to connect on the first free throw is Lizzie Cortella, the senior guard. Splits the free throws again, and they cut the lead down to 6. 1:31 left to play. Jordan Gavin getting instructions from coach. Appears to be a double screen on either side for Gavin. Finds Brooke Young wide open for 3. Unable to connect on it. They're going to call another over-the-back foul again on Isabella Booth.
They need to be careful. McBurrow not being in or Larry. They're going to have to be careful for those fouls. They're definitely going to commit them, trying to get those tough boards.
They're in the bonus here, so that will be free throws for the remainder of the half. All 1:19 left of it. As Mia set to go back to the free throw line. Seven early for Mia, making it still 7 after she misses the first one.
She needs to make these if they want to have some momentum going into the half.
Absolutely. Splits the free throws, cutting the lead again to 5. Gavin getting harassed in the full court. Gives it to Corsinetti.
Very interesting by them playing this press defense against the Anchorwomen here.
Absolutely. Anchorwomen, no strangers to seeing the press. If they've seen it more times than not here. Blocked again by Anna. Bringing the ball up the other way is Julie.
They're definitely going to look to try to tie this up or get a lead by the half.
That's my bet too. Anna gives it over to Sabrina. As Mia draws a 3rd foul on Isabella Booth. So it's been the story of foul trouble here for the big man on the Anchorwomen.
Yes, it has. Some going with them, but mostly against them.
It's going to be a combined 6 fouls between the two. 45 left to play here. Splitting the free throw again is Mia. So we got a sub here for the Anchorwomen. Alicia Mooney coming in for Isabella Booth.
I think the biggest problem for this Anchorwoman, as pointed out, and the most obvious thing is that McBurrow has not been able to participate as much as they probably would like her to because of foul trouble.
Corsinetti gets a wide open jumper again, blocked by Anna. I believe that's her 3rd. Getting the ball up is Jordan Gavin. Anna finding her way to be at the right place.
If I'm the Anchorwoman right here, I'm going to try to run out the clock as much as possible. Just try to go in the half and maintain that lead, to give them some momentum. But they've definitely been under pressure, and we can tell based on their play.
As McBurrow's here set to come in for one final play of the half.
What a risky call. If I was coach, I'd put in Larry.
Again, opting to hold the ball for this last possession, so going to your best offensive player in the post.
Absolutely about it.
You have to believe this play has to be going to her as Gavin holding the ball up. Probably not going to move till about 10 seconds left on the game clock. Going to 8, sets the screens, Durantes. Giving Brooke Young the 3 in the corner, makes the 3. The Anchorwomen are going to go up 33-26 in the first half, and that'll do it here.
Yeah, that was definitely the deciding factor, that 3 right there, giving the Anchorwoman an edge going into the half.
Again, even if McBurrows didn't do anything on that play per se, maybe her presence in a way could have affected Eastern Connecticut to the way that they zoned out and they keyed on her, and that
without a doubt.
Gave Brooke Young the wide open shot she needed, and she was able to hit it to connect the half and to close the half out.
I think without McBurrow, that shot may have not been available for the Anchorwoman.
Absolutely not, but we will be right back here, and we will come back for the second half of play.
Welcome back to action here at the Murray Center. I am David, the color commentary person. I am joined by my colleague right here, Jen Front.
As we're set here to check back up. Here in the second half here, as the Anchorwomen lead by 7 points here, seeing if they could build up on it, get more of the same, or will the Eastern Connecticut team make a furious comeback? Think to know already, we're seeing how McBurrows plays here early on in the start of the second half. We know she's been plagued by foul trouble, unable to make an impact here on this game, and we're seeing how it's going to lead today.
Yeah, without a doubt. And it looks like from what the starting lineup that's on the court right now, looks like McBurrow is going to be in the starting lineup. And if her and Larry are out on the court, that is very effective for the Anchorwoman.
As a traditional Anchorwoman lineup here, setting out to start the second half of play here. As we saw the same starters here as well for Eastern Connecticut here. And a 7-point duel here between the top-seeded Eastern Connecticut team and your Rhode Island Anchors.
I made the analogy earlier to the Boston Celtics. The Anchorwomen, just like the Celtics, what their problems is they have trouble coming down to the stretch at the end of the games and holding on to a lead to maintain a victory.
Absolutely. It's curious to see how early on how we start the second half going here, as we have Julia Kelly set to start the play here, giving it to Mia at the top of the key, swinging it over, giving it to her fellow teammate, giving it back to Mia, set to make a play here as Julie makes the play, finds Lizzie in the corner, finding Anna down low, swinging it to Mia, gets an easy play, and that's not the kind of defense you want to see from the Anchorwoman right there, failure to put a hand up.
No, it's not. McBurrow right there, and I believe it was Govin who was down with her. They double teamed, and that left the center wide open.
Warren double team that led here as McBurrow finds Sophia Guerrero on the wing, gives it to Gavin on the top of the key, gives it to Brooke Young, trying to create a play as Larry takes the mid-range jumper and hits it.
What a great hit.
Untung here, I mean, she played really well in the first half. It's translating fairly well with the 7 points she has, but that's not where she's made her big impact. It's been on the glass. As you've seen her stretching out possessions, ending possessions for the Anchorwoman, getting the rebound. As the kick ball there comes out. 8:55 left to play.
Oh, without a doubt.
As we have Lizzie Crutella set to inbound the ball here for Eastern Connecticut.
I think something to watch as well. Larry tonight, she already has 9 rebounds and 7 points. She has been getting it done on both ends.
As Julia Eckler there, unable to connect there on the 3, as Gavin bringing it up the other way, looking for a play, finds Brooke Young on the sides. Fouled before the shot was Brooke Young's there. Fouled there by Julia Eckler.
the third quarter.
This goes on Lizzie Cortella.
Gurr
Inbound to Larry.
Guerrero within the first half scored 10. Let's see how she does here on the offensive end here in the second half of play.
I think Burrows, they're making plays. You get another foul. In a matter of 10 seconds there again, Lizzie Cortella. Lack of awareness there makes 2 fouls. You get Jordan Gavin there making a play.
Right there again. It's not Booth, it's not McBurrow, it's not Larry, but yet the Anchorwomen are still able to get boards though, even when those players aren't in. Or when those players are in.
There's Gavin creating a play, finds Brooke Young, feeds McBurrows on the post and already making her appearance known with 2 points early on. And even though this has been her first basket, she's been double teamed a lot in the post, which has caused people to rotate off of her and find easy open plays for her teammates.
If McBurrow is able to score like that for the rest of the night, it's going to be game over.
It's great hands-up defense there by McBurrows, not committing the fouls. Gavin sits to inbound the ball to Sophia Guerrero, feeds it back to Gavin.
You pointed out she's not committing the foul. She's trying to be very conservative here. Sorry, my bad. But she's trying to be very careful here, not committing the foul.
Yeah, she cannot afford to make an errant foul here as Brooke Young shoots the 3 and makes it. Anchorwomen lead up to 10 here, is the largest lead of the night for them.
Brooke Young hasn't been too present here tonight. It's nice to see that she's finally started to show some signs of life.
There's Gavin here picking up Drew. Air balls. Brooke Young is bringing the ball the other way, pushing it. Finds Guerrero, doesn't like it, gives it to Larry, top of the key, who finds Gavin on the other wing. Trying to clear out is McBurrows. Making the plays, McBurrows, who makes it, takes a tough contested hook shot and is able to connect. Lead up to 12 here for the Anchorwomen. Eastern Connecticut doesn't like what they see, is gonna call a timeout here. So what have you been seeing here from the Anchorwomen at the start of this half?
What I'm seeing at the start of this half is a nice, calm lineup. Now, with going into the half, we saw them, they were very flustered because of the absence of McBurrow. Now with McBurrow being in the game and also Larry at the same time, those two people are able to grab those boards for them, which are much needed. They're very calm and not worried as much.
Absolutely. We're seeing a lot. We're seeing hounding defense by them. They're making it a focal point for them to attack the paint, and they've been doing so already as McBurrow's quickly avoiding foul trouble, avoiding the fouls committed here in the second half. And she's already got herself 4 quick points. And even when she's not scoring, like I said, she's making the right play, getting everybody involved, and the lead is growing here, and it shows.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Like I said, McBurrow is the deciding factor within this game.
Absolutely.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to beat the burger. Now we have Riley Clancy. And she'll have to race the burger, complete a layup. If she does, she'll win a Wendy's gift card. Are we ready?
Saying the burger loses.
On your mark, get set, go!
I'm picking the ref. Yeah. Oh my god.
Use the box.
Finally connects on her 5th attempt.
Put me in, coach. I'll be the burger. I'll show how a layup is done.
It's got to be tougher than it looks, because no one who's, unless it's the same person in the suit, they have not been able to do anything.
Put McBurrow in the suit. She knows how to get a layup done.
Absolutely. As Durant checks in from McBurrows, not risking the foul. We're riding the high tails, and we're going to see if we can build up on this lead without her.
And well, Larry's in the game right now, which should be fine. She should be able to take care of what McBurrow usually does, is to grab those boards and play great defensive in the paint. So it won't be too bad, but there's still some pressure on the Anchorwoman. There's still some confusion.
Absolutely. As Mia attacking Larry straight up, connects on the foul, and it counts.
I don't know. That's a tough call right there made by the refs. So like her arms are up. The foul was not committed, but we'll see.
Referee's going to give him the call and taking advantage of it. Mia connects on the tough layup. Going to get free throws here coming up for her. As she has a quiet 15 here for Eastern Connecticut. Nearly half of the points have been all her. And she connects, making it 16.
If you think about it, throughout this game, it's been the Anchorwomen majority of this game on the offensive end. But Eastern Connecticut, though, they've been really quiet, though, and subtle, and they've been able to score, though.
Absolutely, not refusing to give up so far. Seeing if they have more fight in them as Brooke Young gets called here for a travel.
I am headed out here, folks, but please enjoy the rest of this game here on Anchor TV.
As we have here, Sabrina giving it over to Julia. It will be out of bounds going to the Eastern Connecticut team. Set to inbound it is Sabrina for Eastern Connecticut. Inbounds it to Anna, who swings it over to Julie, who gives it over to Danielle, who gives it back to Anna. In the post, shot fakes Larry. Unable to connect on it. Durant gets the rebound. Pushing it is Gavin. Doesn't like what she sees, so she opts to slow it down. Brooke Young on the other wing shoots a three and makes it. Lead back up to 12 for the Anchorwomen. So again, like we've been seeing, it's just failure to close out for Eastern Connecticut, and it's been showing so far on the scoreboard. As Mia attacking Larry, unable to connect. Rebound by Sabrina, who gives it over to Julie, shoots the three, unable to connect. Brooke Young running for it, corrals that loose ball, and she's pushing it the other way, being guarded by Danielle, full court. Danielle being double teamed, swings it over to Guerrero on the wing. Opting to run a play here, coming to the top of the key. Doesn't like what she sees, finds Brooke Young, wide open shot fakes. Gavin in the corner, takes the two. Rebounds her own, unable to rebound her shot. Nearly had it. As Julie tosses the ball up courts, gives it to Sabrina. Miss Danielle there, gives it to Mia at the free throw line. Shot fakes, finds Anna, being guarded by Durancis, and is fouled here as she's gonna get 2 free throws coming up here. So this Eastern Connecticut team not lying down yet, still giving a fight, and they're gonna show that so far as we get a stoppage of play here as the timeout is called here. Durantis gets called there for the foul. And when we get back, we will see free throws for Eastern Connecticut, seeing if they could cut this lead down to 10 with 4:51 remaining in the quarter. As we see what happens. But early, the start of this half, we've seen a lot of more of the same for the Anchorwomen, riding Larry's productivity on the floor. She's done a good job of getting rebounds, playing aggressive defense, and it's been showing so far with her rebound total. She's made a big imprint on the game right now, and she's going to continue to do so, and in dire need to do so with McBurrow in foul trouble, not being able to risk getting her 4th foul here. As we're about set to set back into action. As Anna is set to get her free throws. So be Anna Berry, the sophomore guard out of Andover. Misses the first free throw. See if she can bounce back and hit the second. And she does, splits the free throws. It's been a common theme for Eastern Connecticut. You're leaving a lot of gimme points on the board right now. So you have Jordan Gavin running it up the floor. Finds Guerrero on the wing, gives it back up to Gavin, top of the key. Sees Brooke Young, who feeds Durantis, trying to find Larry in the post, unable to do so. As Larry nearly saved the possession there out of nothing, unable to do so. Sabrina inbounds the ball in over to Julie Keckler. Directing traffic for this Eastern Connecticut team, she is. Finds Danielle on the wing. Cross-court pass to Julie. and connects on a long-range three, cutting the deficit down to 8 minutes left to go with 4:15 remaining. Jordan Gavin is set to make the play. Gavin, top of the key, finds Guerrero on the wing, shot fakes again. Durantis shoots a mid-range jumper, unable to connect on it. So Anna is able to corral the ball. But we've seen so far, at least, Eastern Connecticut is getting these threes. It's just a lack of will they be able to make them when the time comes. Only time will tell, but they're within striking range so far in this game, and still a lot of basketball to be played as Mia connects on a tough layup right there, bringing her totals to 18 here, cutting the deficit down to 6 for Eastern Connecticut. It's Brooke Young here on the wing. Gives it to Guerrero on the other side, finds Gavin wide open in the corner. Air balls the three. Mia corrals the rebound. Gives it over to Julie, who finds Anna down court. Unable to connect on that one to Sabrina as Durantis pulls it back out wisely. Gavin pushing in transition. Stolen by Danielle on a mistimed pass. A little lackadaisical there. Could have maybe waited a second more and see if she found a better read. As so Julie Keckler there is fouled there by Durantis. As McBro set to check back into this game for Durantis. Interesting to see with 3 minutes left to play, can she avoid her 4th foul here for the Anchorwomen? The Anchorwomen in dire need of her with this massive surge here from Eastern Connecticut. Inbound to Julie, being guarded by Gavin, who swings it to Sabrina, finds Anna. Looking for Danielle at the top of the key, finds her, gives it to her. Trying to make a play. Gavin nearly saw the pass, but unable to react to it in time. Danielle in the corner three. Missed out. No good. Offline, and Gavin rebounded, pushing it the other way. Didn't like the pass there, so she opts to slow the ball down. Guerrero wide open. Doesn't take it. Looking for someone. Larry went right through her hands. Luckily for her, Gavin is able to corral the ball there. There's Gavin there looking for someone to give the ball to. Larry. Not a lot of action here going as Gavin creating something from nothing. Nearly had it. Both Anchorwomen, Larry and Gavin, both jumped at the same time. Could have led to an offensive rebound if they didn't have that miscommunication there. And at the three-point line, gives it to Danielle on the other side. Finds Sabrina at the top. Right corner is Julie Keckler with the ball. Danielle being guarded by Guerrero. Anna looking at the mid-range, finds it, gets wide open, and is able to connect on it. As the 12-point lead has been cut down here to 4, and the Anchorwomen want a timeout. They've just been collapsing on defense here so far, and we need to see a better display of them if they're going to want to build back on this lead and close this game out. With 1:47 here in the third quarter, I mean, this quarter we've been seeing a different Eastern Connecticut team. They've been able to hit more of the mid-ranges they've gotten, keep it playing from within and attacking the mid-range. The mid-range to the post area, feeding Mia a lot, and she's been their best player so far with 18 points early on. And they're going to continue to do that and see where they end up. This team is ranked number 1 for a reason. The Anchorwomen need to bounce back and absorb this punch if they're going to be able to come out with a victory here in the end. Curious to see any adjustments that coach is going to be able to make due to this. Because of this Eastern Connecticut juggernaut. Brooke Young inbounds it to Jordan Gavin, top of the key. Eastern Connecticut opting for a zone defense here. Isabel Booth finds Brooke Young in the corner, shoots a three, nearly had it offline. McBarrow is unable to tip the ball to another Anchorwoman for another possession. Julie on the side finds Danielle, being guarded by Isabella Booth. Sabrina finds Anna, who finds Julie Keckler on the other side. Mia nearly forced another possession, and she will there as McBarrow was unable to connect it, so she instead obviously slapped it out of bounds. With 1:16 left to play here in the quarter. Corsinetti checked in for Sofia Guerrero during the timeout. along with Isabella Booth for Larry and Guerrero. Jordan Gavin pushing the ball the other way. Sees Corsenetti on the wing. Doesn't give it to her. Off the other side, Isabella Booth wide open in the corner. Air balls a 3. McBurrows doesn't want to commit the foul there. Great play. Great decision by her. Not worth taking. Not a risk she'd want to take there. As Julia Keckler gives it to Sabrina on the right wing, who finds Danielle on the corner. Finds me at the free throw line. Looks for Anna in the low post. Well defended there by Isabella Booth and forces a bad pass, which leads to a turnover. Anchorwomen will gain possession here with 35 seconds left to play in the third period. As Maria Dunn set to check in for Mia Villard. Anchorwomen got to get a smart play here. Corsenetti, who finds Booth, who finds Gavin wide open for 3, unable to connect. And Julia Keckler is running the other way. What would be the last shot of the game? As Julia Keckler here attacking McBurrows, rejected by McBurrows. But instead they're going to call that a foul, much to the disappointment of the fans here in the Murray Center. Don't see where gonna give her the foul on that. Thought it was a clean block here. As Ayana Ward, the sophomore forward out of Waterbury, is set to check into this game for the first time, taking the place of Anna. Julia is able to hit the first free throw, cutting the deficit to 3 with 4.8 here in the quarter. And makes both of the free throws. It'll be a 2-point deficit for the Eastern Connecticut team with 3 seconds left. Galvin gets fouled on a 3-pointer. Bad defense there by Eastern Connecticut, knowing it's not enough time there. Forces up a tough shot, but instead they're going to opt for the foul, and that's going to be 3 free throws for Jordan Gavin. That's just a blatant error there.
All right, Jensen, check me at your speed here. What's going on here?
Right here, we've been seeing McBurrows in foul trouble, has 4 fouls here. Hasn't been able to get a rhythm. Larry has been cutting up the slack, getting all the rebounds for the team. Gavin's been the leader. She's always been. As right now, with 1 second left in the quarter, she forces a tough foul on a half-court shot and is able to get 3 free throws out of it.
No kidding. Well, obviously this is an absolutely, I'm sure you guys talked about the magnitude of this game for the Anchorman today. Obviously playing against the conference. I'm trying to set up my headphone amp, I'm sorry. I'm trying to set myself up here. Obviously playing against the first-ranked team, and obviously it's a back-and-forth game. I haven't really been able to watch much of it as I just got here, but interesting. So in the third period?
This is going to be the start of the 4th quarter right now.
Oh, 4th quarter starting as I'm getting here just in time.
Close game as the Anchorwomen, bit of a bad quarter.
Really? Okay, so how's this game been? Where were we at half? What have we been seeing so far,
The
Jeff?
Anchorwomen, they started off very well the game. They were up by as much as 12, but during the third quarter, it's all fell apart as Mia Villard for Eastern Connecticut has been leading the comeback for them, as she has 18 for them, and they've been unable to find an answer for her. She's been drawing fouls. She forced Larry into foul trouble early on, but she was able to bounce back. Haven't seen the same from McBurrows.
That's been number 24?
That's been that's Anna. She is actually number 45 for them. She's not in the game right now.
All right, well, obviously, it's a tough quarter here. We are getting in the playoff season here. We're getting real close to the postseason. Obviously, only, I think, about 2 more weeks left of the season.
Yep.
This is obviously their biggest test left on the regular season calendar. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. Like I said, I feel like I'm coming here just in time. Also, I'm really off. I've never actually done color for one of these games. I'm at a slightly different angle right now. I'm not as centered as usual, and
If you want the keys to the team,
No.
you just gotta have.
No. It's okay. It's okay. I'm trying something new. Rolling in a little bit just in time. I think David just left, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so I come here just in time. So what are you gonna do?
Right. With 2 minutes left in the quarter.
I only come around in the fourth quarter now.
That's a good game to come to. Fourth quarter, 3-point game up in a packed Murray Center. I haven't seen that a lot this season.
No, absolutely not. No, obviously the fans are starting to catch wind of this game, starting to catch wind of this team, and obviously both basketball teams doing good this year. Rick really with a big chance to host a home playoff game, so we'll see what happens here.
Absolutely, as Gavin here directing traffic, trying to see what the Anchorwomen could devise up here as they've struggled here as of late, trying to find a play. As Gavin on the wing gives it back to Durantes, who finds Guerrero, like always, I mean, you've missed it. She's been leaving her footprints on the game like she always does, drawing a lot of fouls, getting rebounds, hustle plays. And she started off this game with a early 7 points.
Well, I mean,
the Anchorwomen fed off of for the rest of the game until now.
I mean, the evolution of Guerrero, at least in my time here, going from her last season where she was a good player, a good two-way player, now to becoming really being their leading scorer, averaging close 14 points a game, while still averaging 2 steals a game, by the way.
As Anna gets her own rebound there. Durantes great, forces a jump ball. The unofficial jump ball will go for the Anchorwoman as they should have, but never mind. There's been 3 jump balls I've seen, and none of them have gone the Anchorway's favor.
It's a hypothetical D3 jump ball. It's a weird thing. I've never really fully figured it out.
I thought they alternated between it like in high school, but
I don't know.
Guess not.
I think that's something to do with possession. I really don't know. I should know by now. I've never looked it up. I always mean to. Somebody told me one time. I forgot. There was a point when I knew the rule. That point didn't last very long. So
right here, we've seen a defensive scheme the Anchorwomen have deliberately thought of. They at first were opting to play a zone, and they were deliberately leaving the mid-range open, but they had to switch from that because the mid-range was keeping Eastern Connecticut in this game. As we get a nice play by Julia Keckler. Turns it over, trying to find Mia Villard down low there.
No, and you're saying, I mean, the shift in defensive scheme, obviously a suffocating possession there for the Anchorwomen, able to run them down to the shot clock. Instead of the mid-range game was what was killing them early in the game.
A sense of urgency that I had not seen from him so far on the defensive end.
Well, hey, real champions come out in the fourth quarter. You know, me, the Anchorwoman, a lot to like here in the Murray Center right now.
Absolutely, as Gary at the free throw line gets fouled there.
Oh, that's a good foul by
there. Forcing the foul there by Danielle.
Patea Larry, who's in my French class.
That's great foreign language there. It works there.
It expands the way you think, maybe expands the way you play the game.
Absolutely.
Smarter, high IQ play there, drawing the foul in the mid-range.
Putting yourself outside of your comfort zone.
Exactly.
Getting comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Exactly.
She's unable to connect on the first free throw here.
I mean, Larry with 7 points so far. What are we looking at the rebounding numbers for her?
Rebounds I have not been keeping track of as well. But in my hand, if she's not already at 10, she has to be relatively close to having a double-double.
Well, let's just...
As a travel here for Anna.
Travel City, USA, back in effect. Here on a, what is it, Wednesday?
Wednesday the 12th.
Yes.
As Gavin here, getting directions from the coach, calling for the play. It's going to be a double screen on either side.
Yeah, I saw the anchor when I was watching the game earlier. They have been emphasizing that double screen, at least in the important games. It seems like it's something they only really go to when it matters, but that double screen action.
And it has been going well for them this game so far. It seems when they shy away from there as Gavin takes a tough run.
Oh, that was a killer.
It gets her own rebound, finds Brooke Young for 3, unable to connect there. Larry forces a bad foul there. It's going to be 4 on her.
Yeah, Larry now getting really into the danger zone here. And they obviously don't want to lose. They don't want to
lose her. Same with McBurrows. McBurrows hasn't been able to make an impact on this game. But in the limited time she has seen, she has been able to draw a lot of defenders, drawing double teams, making the right play. And as a result, her teammates have fed off of that. Unable to connect there, and Guerrero gets the rebound.
So coach probably waiting to deploy her a little later in the game, trying to get it in the crunch time. Hopefully, if Rick can just establish some kind of cushion right now, that would be huge.
Absolutely there.
Especially with just letting them wait another few minutes, maybe to bring McBurrow back in to try and close things out. Obviously, a 2-3 possession lead, gigantic right now, completely changes their lineup. Flexibility right now.
Great play by Gavin. Thought she drew a foul there. But yeah, I mean, if you're Eastern Connecticut, you got to be happy with where you are. They've put the Anchorwomen's best team in foul trouble. haven't had the best game outside of Mia Villard, and they still find themselves only down by 4 with 7 minutes to blow.
Yeah, it looks like right here we're kind of seeing on these last few possessions, Gavin kind of really trying to take over offensively, which is different for her.
It's Mia forcing a foul. Think that's on Larry.
That's going to be big if it is.
Nope, Sonderantis luckily unable to get out of there unscathed.
But yeah, so far, last two possessions, Gavin really taking over, really taking some shots, which, like I said, is interesting from her. She's been a consummate team player, but right now, maybe in crunch time, the leader of the Anchorwomen, one of the leaders of the Anchorwomen, maybe really just trying to take things over, try and show the team the way.
And in the first half, she did more of the same, although she wasn't taking those shots. She was forcing plays and creating shots for her teammates, and it got us into the early lead I was able to talk about earlier as Julia Killer unable to connect on a rebound. Sophia Guerrera.
Excellent play there by Sophia Guerrera.
Draws a great foul there, hustling for that rebound there.
Listen, the hustle stats on Guerrera are I can never say enough good things about that player.
She always has a knack for finding herself at the right place at the right time and knowing what to do when she gets a chance.
And that's standing at what, 5'2", 5'3"? Guerrera averages 5.5 rebounds a game.
How does that stack up on the team-wise?
I believe that might be good for second or third on the team. That is the good for third on the team, right behind Larry and McBurrow.
Not bad from your guard.
No, absolutely not. No, I mean, like I said, Guerrero really a complete player.
Absolutely. As they find Durantis at the post, gives it to Guerrero, trying to create a play, getting double team on the wing. 3-second violation on McBurrows, and that will be another turnover for the Anchorwomen.
Oh, that's killer right now. McBurrow getting back into the game, though.
So, yeah, we've seen a lack of offense here from the Anchorwomen, just kind of stagnating towards the end of the third quarter, leading up more into this fourth quarter. They've been sort of unraveling here.
Well, listen, in fairness, you're seeing that with the Warriors as well. They've also, I don't believe they scored since I sat down. I don't believe they
absolutely not.
So really, you're just seeing both teams defending
against
McBurrow.
Get blocked by McBurrows there.
And that's why you get her back in the game, even with 4 fouls.
Big down the stretch here.
Oh, what a play there by McBurrow. That's gigantic right now. That's how you get your team energized in a moment like this.
Gavin trying to force another play. Finds Durantis, gives it back to Gavin. Top of the key. Opting to go one-on-one. Finds McBurrows down low in the post. And is able to connect.
What a pair of plays there by McBurrow.
She's able to connect again. And when she has played, that's exactly what we've seen. In the limited touches she's got, she's been able on the post and
there's the Jordan Gavin we all know.
Absolutely.
Absolutely setting the plate for her teammate there. McBurrow with the play on the offense.
Great interception there by Brooke Young. Gavin running the ball up on the other way, looking in transition, seeing what she sees. Brooke Young could be the focal point this possession. As Brooke Young on the wing.
Nice bounce pass there. Nice pass there by McBurrow. Sneaky good.
As Brooke Young nearly connects on it. Able to keep that in play as McBurrows finds Gavin, fouled.
Excellent basketball there by the Anchorwomen.
Great play there by them right there.
Absolutely. McBurrow, what was that, her third, fourth rebound in the last 2 possessions? Getting the entire team involved in that possession there. And now Gavin's going to be going to the line.
2 free throws coming up here for Jordan Gavin, the leader of the Anchorwomen here. And just like you were talking about that cushion, working their way towards that. I mean, it went from a 3-point game, and it slowly got it up to 7, possibly 8 right here.
Exactly. No, and Gavin, once again, the lone 4-year player on this Anchorwomen roster. Larry's the only other senior, but she's a transfer. But Gavin, just a longtime member of this team, really stepping up when it really matters, trying to get her team into first place.
I believe Julia being harassed there by Gavin.
She's smiling, too. She knows what she's doing. She's feeling it right now. Look at her.
As Mia showing more of the same.
They get behind their back on that one.
My mic cut off. You can hear me?
Yeah, you're on. You're on, Jen, but don't worry. We can all hear you here on Anchor TV. Not simulcast on 90.7 WXIN tonight, though, because of the radiothon for the Steve Irwin House. So tune into that after this doubleheader's over.
As Gavin at the top of the key finds Brooke Young on the wing. Is unable to connect on that 3. Great rebound by McBurrows. Forces the jump ball there.
She just bullied her opponent there.
as we're going to get a timeout here in this quarter.
Wow, Willisha McBurrow steps in and almost instantly completely changed the complexion of this game for the Anchorwomen.
Absolutely here.
It's only
drawing
been
possessions out of nothing when you need them most.
only been 4 points in the last few minutes, but my God, do they feel gigantic.
Absolutely.
I am glad I got here when I did. Happy to be here with you, Chenfin, for the fourth quarter of this one. Once again, I'm not positive that they'll be in first place if they win this game, because they will still have one more loss. They will have the most wins in the conference. I'm not quite sure how the Little East Tiebreakers lost as the T-shirt throw is going.
You missed it. We've had a big show here.
I saw somebody racing a hamburger.
Yep, we've had a layup contest with a hamburger.
Really?
T-shirt shots.
Where's this hamburger from?
Wendy's. They're doing a
Wow,
promotion
I almost
with
got Wendy's on my way here. Wow, Wendy's. I'm not going to say anything about Wendy's because they're not paying us, but...
No, they are not.
No, but interesting. I saw that and I was very confused. I thought that the hamburger had a severe disadvantage to the human man.
Great thing right there.
Wow.
They're set to come back here after this timeout. From this timeout.
So obviously coming back once again, the Anchorwoman just huge couple of possessions there and still have possession of the ball. Larry's checking back in though. So McBurrow back to the bench. Still trying to save her again, which might be the right move right here.
Absolutely, as Guerrero gets the ball.
Especially they
Trying
can
to
get
create something. Great shot fake.
No.
I don't think that was a travel. Much
No,
to
that
the
didn't look like
agreement
a
of the
travel
fans.
at all.
It was a great pivot.
That didn't look like a travel at all, and she looks like she knows it.
It's a great pivot there, and it's crucial possession right here coming down to the wire. That those 2 points will come to bite them.
Well, they might not. We don't know that yet, but my God, what a call there. As that
Ball there.
goes out of bounds. That one I saw.
The wildest one you missed in the first half, there was a ball that hit the top of the backboard, does not get called, and Mia instead picks it up from the floor and gets an and one.
No kidding. Well, sometimes these things happen. I'm not a believer in ref ball.
I'm not either, but Mia
Larry with a nice No?
thought she
No.
took a charge.
Wow,
there.
I was about to say, Larry pivoted on the with the switch on defense. Then I thought she drew the charge there. That looked like an outstanding possession from Larry defensively.
As Guerrero at the top gives it to Durantes, shoots the three and connects.
Oh, that's
on it.
gigantic. Did Durantes start this game?
Oh no, she hasn't. She was the first sub off the bench.
Well, Durantes now with her first points of her second points of the game. Excuse me.
She made a three early on in the big time. Again, her 2 threes have been in big moments.
That is big.
As Mia unable to connect there.
No!
Great rebound by Larry.
Larry didn't even bother trying to draw the charge. That was a revenge possession from Larry right there.
She knew it didn't work last possession, so why try it again?
Just had to out physical them, and again with the travel on Guerrero. I'm not seeing any of this.
I guess we're not looking at the right place because I'm not seeing
Do we have
it
a WestCon film crew here?
They do. They've showed up at the same time as us.
I have been told that we're not allowed to film other team games that are their home game.
When you're the number 1 seed, I guess the rules are bent a little
Well,
bit.
hopefully they'll win this game now.
As Anna unable to connect there.
Oh, excellent two-man. They have Larry and McBurrow on the court together now.
Could be dangerous here in foul trouble, but the Anchorwomen have to make it work here.
Last 3 minutes, this is when you do it. This is why you've been staggering the two of them. I think this is the right move here. Have them in down the stretch.
As Guerrero on the corner.
They've done everything right so far here in the fourth. At least setting themselves up.
Finds the screen, takes a banker. Oh! Great play there by Jordan Gavin.
Excellent basket there by Gavin. Anchorwomen now with a 9-point cushion here. Gavin with 12 points.
She's been more aggressive than we're accustomed to seeing for the Anchorwomen, but she was forced to do so, due in part to people like.
And now she has the ball again.
As Gavin's bringing the ball up the court again here for the Anchorwomen, up by 9 here with 2 minutes to play. Directing traffic, finds McBurrows, who feeds Guerrero, gets the screen for Larry at the top of the key. Gives it to Gavin on the left wing. Guerrero gets called a third time for a travel.
And again, the Anchorwoman just continuing to suffer these traveling calls here.
Absolutely here. That's 3 straight travels here called for Sofia Guerrero.
A gals again on Guerrero. I didn't even know. I was looking away. So again, Guerrero really just racking up the frequent flyer miles. My God. Like I've told you a million times, Jennifer, we used to call this back in the day of 2018 and 2017. We used to call this place Travel City, USA.
For rightfully so. We've seen a
so.
lot of those. And
well, listen, I mean, the basketball teams have developed tremendously since those days.
Absolutely. Still showing at times signs of that former past. As we can see, they've had these certain streaks.
But you see, these have been weird calls on Guerrero. Again, I'm not one to complain
Besides the third one, I don't think the first 2 were travels.
No, so I mean, I don't think that's going to discourage Guerrero here.
Absolutely not. She's not a player that lacks in confidence, and although the calls haven't been going her way, she's able to make the best of it, and she's going to...
And listen, I brought this up before, but her and Gavin both really just been smiling the whole time here.
Got to have fun here when you're playing against competition this tough.
Just calm right here in the Merced. Listen, they've stepped up in big moments before. I mean, probably the other biggest game here was their game against UMass Dartmouth earlier in the season, the playoff revenge game. They're able to step up in that one.
We've seen them have these streaks when they step up during the big games. And you said the UMass game, and again here facing the 1 seed, and they're getting it as McBurrows gets the rebound, gives it to Guerrero.
They're trying
to slow it down. They're trying to play full court defense here, and instead the coach is going to offer a smart timeout there. Not wanting to risk anything there.
No, good move there by Coach Cosgrove. Don't give up the opportunity to get up by double digits. Don't give up that possession, because if they can convert here, can get up by double digits, that's
probably gonna put the nail in the coffin right there.
That's real. I mean, ESU, the Warriors only with 1 timeout left.
Absolutely.
Also, this fourth quarter really flying by so far. I mean, I'm sure we're gonna see a giant slowdown now, as is customary in the game of basketball, but
definitely.
Because I offer my analysis on the game of basketball as a whole. But now the Anchorwoman not afraid to put their best lineup out there right now. Larry and McBurrow both on the cusp of double, not really on the cusp. But once again, Gavin, though, with 12 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, complete game from her. 10 for Sofia Guerrero, 11 for Brooke Young. Just the Anchorwoman right now getting it done.
And I've been impressed early on. Although she was in foul trouble, McBurrows doesn't get it in the stat sheets, but she has gotten a lot of those hockey assists, which she passes out, which leads to the assist, and she's doing that so far. And when she was playing as much as she has, the team has surely needed it.
Listen, McBurrow, I don't want to sound like our colleague David Blaze here and heap nothing but praise on Alicia McBurrow, but David Blaze, I believe the president of the Alicia McBurrow fan club. I'm not sure that's been confirmed yet. I'm not sure if that election's happened yet. But, I mean, obviously, her passing, though, is underrated. You're right. We've seen some pretty passes from her here.
Guerrero draws a foul there by
yes, finally, on the right side of the refs. Guerrero there on the right side of the refs. But still, McBurrow, an underrated passer, able to, just her ability to feed her teammates. Like you said, I mean, it doesn't show up in the stat sheets, but she does really help this offense keep going. She does help keep the floor spaced.
And even, again, like, when you have a player of that, with that big of a stardom, again, the team had to surely make a point to try to key her out. And when she was on the court in limited minutes, she was drawing double and triple teams, which led to the wide open threes of people like Durantis, who got one off of her, and people like Galvin, who were making plays for themselves, and Brooke Young. It gives everybody else kind of a little bit of more space to operate within the offense.
Absolutely, and Galvin now at the line. She's 3 for 5 on free throws today. She's able to convert that one. Anchorwomen up by 10 now. Really putting themselves in prime position to take this game.
So we're going to need something catastrophic if they're able to lose this game.
I'd have to agree. She makes the second. That's a clutch possession there by Jordan Galvin. That's all I have to say about that.
As Julie Keckler here trying to make a last-ditch effort here for the Warriors. As Anna try to draw a foul there, connects on a tough runner.
Still a double-digit deficit, though. Less than a minute to play.
As Guerrero laughing that off.
Oh, so Guerrero will be going to the line now. For a second, I thought that was a foul against her. Second, I thought they were going to call it against her. Call it a little bit of whiplash from me.
So you're going to get 2 free throws coming up for Sofia Guerrero.
I mean, I don't really know how much these free throws really matter at this point, but she misses that one.
I mean, it was a weird, for Eastern Connecticut, it was kind of weird to see them shy away from what kept them in the game for so long, and Mia Villard, and we didn't see as much as in the fourth quarter as I thought we were going to see.
Which is odd, too, given that the Anchorwomen were once again staggering their bigs, not putting their larger lineups on the court, staggering Larry, staggering Burrow. It seems like at the time that would be the time to take advantage of the
absolute
lack of the Anchorwoman size. But you're right, they didn't, which is maybe something they're going to be talking about in the – they got it on film for Eastern Connecticut State, because once again, I guess that's allowed.
Which up to this point, that's what she was doing. That's why she was able to attack. At one point, both McBurrows and Larry had 3 fouls, and there was no big for her to be contended.
As Young rolls around on the ground, God. Young literally trying to wrestle the number 1 seed away from the competition.
She gets called there for the foul.
You know what? Show them that you mean business. I don't even mind that.
In a statement game, it was a very physical and a very defensive-centric game. And up until the fourth quarter.
Listen, these are the kind of games you got to be able to win in the playoffs, so it's nothing wrong with seeing that the Anchorwomen are capable of winning a game like this against top-flight competition.
As Anna takes a tough hook shot, misses it. Larry corrals the rebound, almost loses the ball. Brooke wisely slows the pace down. Gavin squeezes by there, and she is fouled there by Lizzie Cortella. With 31 seconds remain, this is just a formality at this point. This game is pretty much done.
I'd have to say the same thing, Jenfrin, and we'll pull up the rankings. But with this, like I said, I'm not quite positive how the tiebreakers work in the Little East. I'm not positive, but with this, the Anchorwomen will go to 11-3 in the conference. Eastern Connecticut will fall to 11-2. They might still maintain that number 1 seed for the time being, just because of maybe in Little East it works where the team with the least losses is up there. But either way, Anchorwomen now with their second victory of the season over this, or they're about to have their second victory of the season over this team.
Great defense there by McBurrow, and Gavin is going to run this game out, and the Anchorwomen get a tough-fought victory here against the top-seeded Eastern Connecticut Warriors.
Absolutely glad I was able to be here for the end of this one. Once again, so the Anchorwomen now with 2 wins over this team. They have a win over UMass Dartmouth. I believe 2 wins over UMass Dartmouth. If I can check the schedule, once they still
pretty sure they won on the road there too.
No, they did lose on the road, but with 1 win against UMass Dartmouth. But the Anchorwomen, seriously, with great wins against a quality competition, they're going to be a force. They're a contender in Little East. I'm not afraid to say it. We're going to be getting some home playoff games here, Jenfrin, and I cannot wait.
I'm nothing but excited for that one, and rightfully so too. This team, the progression has only gotten better from when we did our first game here this year to now.
Only 2 games left against Keene State and WestCon. Neither of them really factoring into the playoff conversation. Actually, no, excuse me. Keene State actually, I believe, would actually make the playoffs now. But the bottom seed team, WestCon, second worst record in the conference. So this was the last test for playoffs, and we have barely 2 weeks until that starts. Anchorwomen, though, might be getting a bye. That's what they're playing with right here.
It's greatly needed too right here. If they could get a little bit of rest up here and make sure everybody's well rested going into the playoffs with the style of play the Anchorwomen have, it's great.
Absolutely, and coming up now to speak to us is, no, Sophia, get over here. Sophia Guerrero stepping up the chat with us. Oh my God. So Sophia, obviously your second victory of the year.
Yeah.
Over this team. I mean, just what does this mean? Being the number 1 seed in the conference twice out, wrestling. I don't know if you technically go to first in the standings yet, but I mean, it looks like you're going to be there.
Yeah, I mean, what it means is that we're the better team. That's it. That's what it is. We're the better team.
Short words.
I mean, obviously, you guys, yeah, I think I know what your answer is going to be, but do you guys feel you guys are the favorite in the conference right now going into things?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, we sweeped them twice. Everyone thought that we couldn't, or they played bad last time that we beat them, but I mean, this says it for itself. So they're not the better team, we are. That's it. We should be the number 1.
I know, just the last thing, obviously a couple of tough calls on you down the stretch in the final couple of minutes, but you were smiling the whole time. How do you keep your composure? Because I barely can over here.
I don't know. Refs like that, you just got to play it out, I guess. And hey, teammates were picking me up. Teammates play their hardest, so that's all that matters, man.
All right, we've got a big crowd here. Just last thing, what's your message to all the fans here at Rick?
Yeah, we're number 1 in the conference.
All right.
Not Easticon.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Sophia. Trying to figure out which one the headset is. I kind of don't know this. I didn't set any of this up. So Sofia Guerrero just saying it as it is, I guess.
Short and sweet. I mean, not lacking in confidence like we've said so far.
I'm trying to get her to do one of these games with me, actually. That was a short-term goal of mine this season. Looks like that might not be happening.
Not at all.
No, looks like that might not be happening, which is a shame. Wants Sophia to do one of those. Sophia also the one of the editors with me at the anchor. Oh my God, she is sweaty. Oh my God, look at the earpieces on this thing. Oh my God.
That's how you know he was working hard.
Yeah, I know. Hey, if you need confirmation on the hustle stats right there, we got another one for you. It's sweat on the headset. She's leading the team on that right now. So great talking with her. Big win. Huge victory there for the Anchorwomen. Just really not a lot left to say. I mean, that about sums it up. They're number one in the conference right now. They look like they're going to be the favorite. The Anchormen also looking to get in a similar position. Just waiting for Coach Cosgrove to see if she's going to come talk to us. While we're waiting to see if she talks to us. She hasn't really talked to us a lot lately, but maybe this time, maybe she's in a good mood.
Tried it last time, it didn't work, so
we'll see. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to make her walk by us. She's going to walk by us, she's going to do it. So that's going to be her choice. We're not making that choice for her.
We get another person to just stand there with the mic, see if she takes it.
But, I mean, just gigantic there. Huge win. Really glad I was able to be here for the end of that. Once again, cannot say enough good things about that. Cannot say enough about good things about you guys getting everything set up on the fly like that.
Absolutely.
Good work there. Still got to figure out what's up with this other team's getting the film stuff thing. Once again, I've been told strict no's by the conference on that, so I might need to kick the tires on that again. If we have any road playoff games here coming up. We're gonna see if Coach Cobb's gonna talk to us. You can. You're more than welcome. Yeah. Facts came down from the big bosses. So Coach Cosgrove, I mean, just will be short and sweeter. We just talked to Sophia. So you seem to sum it up. I mean, just how's it feel right now? Being the number one seed twice in a row. Looks like you guys are gonna take that.
Yeah, it was awesome. I told the kids if you beat them twice, it says a big statement in the conference. When we beat them there, it was no mistake. We beat them pretty good, and I told them, I go, we have lapses and they haven't against some other teams. We've hit some adversity, but I knew we weren't going down. We were just going up, and I'm just really proud of them.
All right, perfect. How do you feel about your team going in? Playoffs coming up next?
Feel great after that. Feel great.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, once again, short and sweet. Not a lot we really need to ask there. They said everything they need to say on the court, so I think we've said about everything we need to say about this game, too. So Jake Elmsley, Jenfin Rodriguez here alongside me. We'll be back in just about 15 minutes as the men's team takes on Eastern Connecticut State University, also trying to get in position for number one seed, and we will see you all in just a bit.